Aloha everyone, Michael here. Wanted to say hello and do my video today on the topic of feelings. So what I have been studying is just how effective a form of communication is in the realm of feelings. So we use language, we use words, we use sound, we use all of these things to communicate. And what we can do is better understand one another by feeling each other's frequencies. So when we disregard another's feelings, we are, in a sense, disallowing them to express how they feel. So emotions are felt. However, emotions are just part of what is felt through our feelings. So if we can better understand how we feel, then we'll better know how to absorb the information that's provided during an occurrence. So we experience all sorts of interactions and experiences through our life. And what we do with that information is we process it. So if we can better know ourselves through paying attention to how we feel currently, we will better understand anything that we wish to better know. And when we become aware of how our consciousness processes information through the use of our emotions, which transforms the raw data and turns it into information as it's going through our bodies, what we can do is realize just how powerful our feelings are. So our feelings can guide us. So if we ignore our intuition, for example, we are denying the truth in terms of how we receive information. So energy is information, and it's we're receiving it 24/7 since the moment of our conception. So the reunion of the one and the zero is what is necessary to take a concept called consciousness and make it become aware through the process of becoming a human being. So we are born innocent as a Homo sapien with all of these physical abilities and ways of knowing, learning, creating, perceiving. And I don't know if you can hear, but I have a neighbor whose child is expressing themselves in a way that is how we process information. So when we, for example, see a child expressing themselves in the form of a tantrum, we are conditioned to tell them to stop. Stop doing that. And we want that to stop because typically we're very concerned about what other people will think about us, especially when it's out in public. So it's okay when we express ourselves. If we don't express ourselves and we bottle up these emotions and um, thoughts and feelings, we will become very disturbed because it will basically build up. This toxicity has a tendency of just compounding on itself, and then um, it will become an irritant or an annoyance. And usually we address those issues because we don't like how that feels. We don't like to have disturbances in our spirit. So when we think, for example, that we are having our feelings hurt by another, um, it's basically a misunderstanding of how feelings work. Feelings are of the spirit, and they cannot be hurt because of how they exist in our physical reality. And we express our emotions by acting out or speaking or writing or singing and dancing, and all of these things are ways that we express how we feel. So our emotional states of being are what makes us human. Um, there are animals such as dogs and cats, for example, and birds even, that seem to exhibit emotions as well. And we can exchange our information, our energy, with our furry and feathered and even scaled family members in a way that it is a give and take relationship. So, going back to feelings, feelings seem to be the most effective form of communication in the universe, whereas mathematics might be very logical. It is reasonable to use all of the information that we're receiving through all of our senses, starting with the basic five. So, as we become more aware of how to use our feelings as guides, we will become more conscious of our awareness, and we will also become more aware of our consciousness and how those two have a conversation and have been the whole time. So feel free to express yourself however you wish. Let the universe communicate with you and make corrections to get you back on course with becoming who you are meant to become. Namaste. I love you.